Hello everyone, this is Romar with a new Legacy video, and as always, if you like Legacy, if you like Pre-Modern, and if you like the stuff that I post, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave your comments below on deck choices, card choices, lines of play that I took. I always like reading the comments that you guys leave on the videos that I post. I always try to reply to them in a timely manner, and always, if I reply, it's because I put some thought into it. And again, so for this week, still I guess in the same Eldrazi-ish style of decks, I'm casting K commands again. I'm sorry, I don't like to call K command. K command to me is call against command. I'm casting Kozilek's commands, and I'm still casting Glaring Fleshrakers, and also Grim Monolith. So for this week, for this video, I'm be trying the new Eldrazi deck. By a new, it's because last time I played Eldrazi, which, by the way, it was my best result ever playing a Grand Prix. For those that don't remember, Grand Prix there used to be very large Magic events. They used to qualify you to the Pro Tour, actually, before we had Magic Fest. But yeah, my best result playing in a Legacy Grand Prix was playing Eldrazi when we were still playing Eldrazi Mimics and Endless One. That was a long time ago. But then ever since, we had some new Eldrazi being printed, very powerful Eldrazi like Eldrazi Linebreaker. We got Glaring Fleshraker, Wastescape Battlemage, and we still got some of the oldies too, like Thought-Knot Seer and Reality Smasher. Also, and Devourer of Destiny. I almost forgot about this one. This almost feels like a once upon a time type of effect instead of a creature to me. And then there's also a single copy of Sire of 7 Deaths in the main deck. I was about to say Sire the 7 Deaths, but Sire of 7 Deaths. I mean, Eldrazi, we don't really have too much to say. It's not like a very complicated, intricate deck to explain. I don't think it's super simple to play the deck, but it is the deck in general. We're playing, a deck that plays the same creatures, and they all have some synergy with them. But basically, what we're trying to do is playing lands that produce 2 mana, and so we're trying to play creatures that are slightly overcost for less. Some might call it Temple. I'm not sure. We got Ancient Tombs. We got Eldrazi Temple. 3 copies of Eye of Ugin. And so all those cards help us cast the Eldrazi's a little faster than, in a ways, like we're ramping them, right? And then the original Eldrazi's were all colorless, so you didn't really have to worry about playing lands that produce a second color. Because you do need to have cards that lands that make colorless, ever since we changed the rules from generic mana to colorless. So you do have to have lands that produce colorless and produce a color mana, right? And in this case, I remember originally, the original Eldrazi, sometimes people play the pain lands, like the ones original from Ice Age, because you could make 2 color mana and you can make a colorless, right? So one of the Eldrazi used to play was the one that blinks creatures, and escaping me the name right now. It's like the 3 mana Eldrazi. So I remember some people playing Brushlands because it was a pain land that produced green or white plus colorless. Luckily, we don't need to play cards like that anymore. Now we have cards like Secluded Courtyard that can produce a colorless mana and a mana of any color when you choose a creature type, right? So in this case, we're playing all of Eldrazi's, so we can use the Secluded Courtyard to both cast the kicker from Wastescape Battlemage, and you can also cast Eldrazi Linebreaker. And then we also have Cavern of Souls, of course, is always a good card in tribal decks. We have the Wastelands that I was always kind of iffy about playing Wastelands in Eldrazi, because I felt like you're more of an aggressive deck that's trying to always cast your creatures on your turn instead of like losing your lands to like a Wasteland. But I think this new version of Eldrazi can actually take advantage of Wastelands. Then we have 2 copies of Waste. Those kind of help against cards like Blood Moon. If you are facing Ghost Quarters, you can go grab a basic land. And then we have 2 copies of Lotus Petal and Grim Monolith. Those, again, they have a few different utilities here. We can obviously trigger Glaring Fleshraker. Lotus Petal also helps you ramp, and also helps fix the color mana for Wastescape and Eldrazi Linebreaker. Grim Monolith, it's like another ramp card. I some of the times I play this deck also helped with Kozilek's command. Like, you can later in the game you can cast a bigger Kozilek's command. Also help against Blood Moon, of course. And then we have Chalice of the Void. No, Legacy is a format that a lot of people play cards that cost 1 mana, 0 mana. Chalice of the Void is a good one. And for the creatures, again, they're all kind of like self-explanatory, except for Sire of 7 Deaths. I think I just said the name wrong again. Sire, from what I've been looking at some of the lists, it's not auto included like in the stock list, quote unquote. You can play whatever you want to play. But looking at the list, it doesn't seem like everyone wants to play this card. And also, I believe the list that I'm looking at it is from the showcase, and the showcase might not be the best event for you to get a list, because it's an event that people sometimes know kind of like what the meta that they can expect, because there's only like 30 something players that play. But I think the card is sweet, and one of the local players where I play, they had this card in their Eldrazi deck, and we're playing some games for fun, and I thought the card is cool. It's a 7/7 for 7 that has 7 abilities, and it's really hard to get it off the board. It's got lifelink. It's hard to block. I don't know. I think this is like really cool. And have 1 copy in the deck seems fine, since we're playing Eye of Ugin. So if the game goes long, which I don't think this ever happens in Legacy anymore, like games that go long, like we don't have like matchups like against Miracles. But in that case, we could search up for a Sire or a Devourer with a card like Eye of Ugin. So having 1 copy, I think it's fine. It seems like the most stock lists are playing 3 Reality Smashers instead of the first Sire. So I'll probably talk a little bit more about this in the closing thoughts, at the end of round 5. But I think if I was gonna play this deck tomorrow in an event, this is probably one of the changes I will consider making, playing 3 Reality Smashers instead of the first Sire of 7 Deaths. But again, I do think the card is really, really good too. So I don't know. It would probably take a little bit of testing for me to decide if I was going to play one or the other. And then the sideboard, we got a copy of Ghost Quarter. Again, I'm assuming this one is more for decks like Mystic Forge. It helps break up the like an Urza land type of deal, like Nexus plus Tower, or the Urza's Workshop. Like if you have more than 1 Urza land, can kill like an Urza Saga. So it kind of becomes like a 5th Wasteland against that deck, because they don't play any basic lands. There's 2 more copies of Grim Monolith. I'm assuming this one is for some of the games that you want to ramp up into Sire or Devourer of Destiny. Also probably good against Blood Moon, so you can still make colorless mana. I think it was it was a GP. I don't remember when it was. It was a Grand Prix years ago, and it was in Japan. And I remember there was a Japanese player that was playing an Eldrazi deck that was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like a mix of the big mana Eldrazi and the aggressive Eldrazi. There were those 2 versions at that time. I remember, I think it was like the new Ulamog was printed. And the one I used to play, the big mana Eldrazi, used to be a deck that used to play Grim Monoliths and Voltaic and stuff. So you were really trying to ramp into playing a big Eldrazi. And the aggressive one was closer to what I'm looking right now, right? And I remember his deck was kind of in the middle. He was playing some number of Grim Monoliths and had Thought-Knot Seers and Reality Smasher, but he also had the big Eldrazi. And I think even at that time, Grim Monolith was just a way to get around back to basics and Blood Moon. So I'm assuming that's what this is for. The other 2 copies of Grim Monolith, they can be both to ramp bigger Kozilek's command and maybe playing Sire 7 Deaths, and also help against cards like I just mentioned, like back to basics maybe, and Blood Moon. I was gonna say Magus of the Moon, but Magus of the Moon, there's ways to get rid of it. There's Dismember, there's Kozilek's command. Well, even though it's kind of awkward for you to cast a Kozilek's command after Magus is already in play, but that's definitely for that, right? Null Rod, again, Mystic Forge. The deck is getting a little more popular. I probably will also be playing at Eternal Weekend. So Null Rod is a very solid card to have in the sideboard now. It also has some applications against Nadu Breakfast, Storm, Oops All Spells. Oops still has they still sometimes sideboard into the Belcher plan. So very, very good card currently. I hate to say, but Null Rod is very good right now in Legacy. Unlicensed Hearse and Faerie Macabre, I mean, don't really have to explain too much. They're just, you know, graveyard hate. Even though I think Unlicensed Hearse also is just very good against Temple decks in general. It doesn't have to be the blue-black Reanimator specifically. But, you know, every deck that's playing DRCs, Murktides, and Barrogoyfs, Nethergoyfs, Unlicensed Hearse is still very good. It's a card that gets... It can become a very big creature later in the game, and it can also just control the side of the graveyard until that happens. So yeah, I think Unlicensed Hearse, very, very good sideboard card right now. And really, I think Unlicensed Hearse and Reality Smasher and Thought-Knot Seer, those are 3 cards that I think people just forgot how good they are. So I definitely expect Unlicensed Hearse to do some good work in this league. Dismember, again, I mean, it's just a removal spell, right? There are 3 copies. I mean, I think anything that's not playing Lightning Bolt, this card is good. That's playing creatures. So anything like Nadu or any breakfast deck, like, no, really anything that's playing well, Nadu, I guess. I was going to say Thassa's Oracle, but then it doesn't apply to Doomsday, really. But yeah, maybe even opposing Eldrazi decks, mono red, like, no, you can still kill a lot of the creatures. No, Broadside Bombardier, no, Mags of the Moon, Furies, no. Dismember, very good card. It's a colorless removal spell. I already talked about Faerie Macabre, and then there's 2 more copies of Sire 7 Deaths, or Sire 7 Deaths. 1 point. Eventually, I'll say the name of the card correctly. I think the card is sweet. I saw there were 3 copies on this list when I was looking at lists to play to record a video. I really hope that I get to cast at least once. So Sire, again, I think it's probably very good against any game, any deck that can deal with a 7/7 lifelinker. Also, to kill it costs 7 life for you to kill this thing. I don't know. I'll be tempted to even bring it against, like, no, a Core Steel Cutter, Delver style deck, or any of the Temple decks, right? If we bring the 2 Grim Monoliths, and I don't know, we really just need to have a Cavern of Souls and some lands that produce 2 mana to cast this big guy. Yeah, so I think with that, we'll see how this goes. I'm kind of excited to try this new Eldrazi deck, and it is a deck that it's in my options for Eternal Weekend that's going to take place in Pittsburgh. And I'm going to play this league, see how it goes. And I think for the next video, it will be some mono red, because it's the other deck that I'm kind of contemplating, even though that one, to be quite honest, I don't know if I would probably enjoy as much, but I do think the deck is very powerful right now. So, and if it's a deck that I feel like that I can have a good record, I might try it, which I think this deck here, Eldrazi, is a deck that I can get a good record at the end of the day, at the end of the tournament, and also have fun playing it. But yeah, with that being said, we'll start the league and see how this goes. All right, so round 1. Let's take a look what we got going on here. Is this good? I don't think it's great, because I really don't have a turn 1 play, so I think I'm gonna mulligan. I think if I was on the draw, I'll keep this one. I guess I can keep this one. I'm gonna put the K command back first. Then I get to do this. Okay, so I get to play one of these cards on top and then exile the rest. Okay. My hand is pretty like Wasteland proof, and we're playing against. Okay, all right. So what do I got here? I got lands, Eldrazi Temple, Reality Smasher. I get. I'm kind of tempted to just get Eldrazi Temple. I'll play a Temple and I'll pass. Then I could play Linebreaker next turn. If not, I can always. I don't know if they are playing Wasteland. Okay, so if the Wasteland does this, I think it's a little better than Wasteland in my Cavern. Yeah, just play Waste, and I guess there's no reason not to play Lotus Petal. All right, they're gonna Entomb Reanimate. Okay. What I can do, I can try to put Archon back in their hand with Waterscape, right? Or no, I don't have enough mana for that. Okay, so I'll put this in the graveyard. It seems bad because I can also like reanimate that, but I have 5 cards. It costs 4 mana to do that. All right, I mean, it's still not dead. I could guess a Kozilek's come in to just to cycle, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think if it Thought sees me here, I might just concede before it resolves. I'm not sure. Oh, Dreadnought. Okay. It's not okay, but alright, so now I mean, yeah, Kozilek's comment can kill it, but okay, so this has to resolve, and they have to have no days or anything. So player, creature. I mean, they can just counter this and then we're done. But if they don't, what is my opponent doing? Okay. All right. So they countered. Yeah. If it was one creature, again, I could have just bounced and then maybe the game go on, but in that situation, it was not going to work. So what do I want to do here? I definitely want my Analyze Curse. And I think I need the Faerie Macabre too. Unless I want all 5. Grim Monolith doesn't seem something I need to do here. And I wonder about these 3 because I always wonder, like, if they reanimate one of my good creatures, like, how do I deal with one of those 2? I don't know if that's a good logic, but I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, let's try this. Maybe I'll have a Chalice of the Void on turn 1 and they don't have counter magic. That's my plan. All right, so we'll be on the play. Because I lost game one. Huh. I guess I can keep it. Unlicense Curse on turn one. And Wasteland them later. I'm not sure if that's great, but not losing to the reanimation part of the deck seems good. Opponent said something earlier. All right, so yeah, because even if they really made this, it doesn't do anything. Might just be a Tameo here. No, Ponder. All right. And I can't Wasteland them, which is kind of sad. What I want to hear, just hope to draw creatures for the next 3 turns. All right, so we can control the size of their graveyard. Helps against things like Murktide. And here's the comment I made about having creatures that have different color besides colorless. Did they play a basic swamp? They do not. Oh, here comes a Dreadnought. Okay. So I need to what? Draw a Cavern of Souls, I guess. Or I'm toast. Lotus Petal, I guess, sorta would do. Oh crap. Okay, let's Wasteland them. I'm gonna search Quick Extract. Yeah, I'm kind of curious now because there's a opponent's gonna respond to that. Maybe it's a card that I don't know that you can guess. Oh, search for extraction. Okay. Yeah. So Day's gonna resolve. I don't think it's gonna matter here, but I could exile that in response. It doesn't matter, but it is kind of interesting you can do because I think I'm just gonna still lose to a Phyrexian Dreadnought. There's a Lotus Petal. So I guess I'm gonna. No, I can't do both. This destroys artifact or enchantment. Oh, exile. Oh, so I want to do this then. So I need to tap 1 and a green. I'm sure they have consigned to memory, but I really was hoping to get this done the turn that they were tapped out, but Oh, it worked. Maybe. Sweet. We successfully killed a Phyrexian Dreadnought. And I don't think I should tap my unlicensed Hearse ever. Outside of, no, response to a reanimation spell. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna do this. That's pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna name Eldrazi, or like they say in Spanish, Eldrazi. That was a joke. Okay, so this guy, Sire creature doesn't have to be an Eldrazi. I mean, I guess I could possibly do this to unlicensed Hearse. So Hearse now has 6. Was it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards under. Huh. Petty theft. Yeah, I guess that's annoying, but it happened. Cool. All right. So we're gonna go to game 3. Do I want to change anything? I definitely need the removals. I mean the graveyard hate though, right? Glaring Fleshraker. No, I think I'll keep it like this. And I guess I can't cut Lotus Petal again for the reasons that I was talking about. Like I need to have ways to get to colored mana. Devourer of Destiny and Sire of 7 Deaths. Those are the two that like also, I mean, they're great, but if they reanimate those things, then I don't have a way to deal with them. I don't think so. I would have to Wastescape Battlemage them. Kozilek's command seems to be my only answer to. No, I'm sorry. I was going to say my only answer to Dreadnought, but I just killed a Dreadnought to Wastescape, so I think this is fine. Okay. This hand seems like hot garbage. Maybe I should be cutting some of the lands really, because like, holy crap, I've been drawing lands, lots of lands every game. This is that bad because Wastescape Battlemage is not terrible against them. This comes to play. Does it come to play tap? No. It's super soft to like any. You know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna do this for science for you guys to watch. I think it's for great. Makes for great content. Maybe just like turn 1 Underground Sea Ponder. Are they gonna Thought Seize me? Oh, that's also acceptable, I guess. Now I just need to draw a Faerie Macabre and should be okay, I guess. As long as I don't get cheesed out with a Archon. Oh, they don't have a second thing? Second land? I'm just gonna choose Eldrazi. I guess I'll play the Petal. I don't think there's a reason not to. So they know about just don't know about my lands. Yeah, they know about Wasteland. They don't know about the Faerie Macabre. And Petal was my draw after that, so yeah, they know my hand. I just need to draw creatures, I guess. That's a creature. I'm trying to play this Fleshraker. Did I force this? Okay. I think Fleshraker was that threatening. I can't. Can I use this? Hold on a second. It's called activate abilities. This is not an Eldrazi land. Okay, so I can't use. I was trying to remember if I could use the double mana for from the temple. Well, it doesn't matter anymore because they just wastelanded. It will matter eventually, but not this game. I guess I'm just gonna do this. Use black for good luck. What do they got there? Oh, they're gonna force a will. All right, and they had a daze. So pretty happy my opponent does not have a second blue land. All right, well, they know they're about to get Wasteland again. They're probably looking for a second land, right? I mean, not second, but like another land. They know about the second Wasteland in my hand, so if they put like a cantrip on top or something, then like not casting that. And I'll play the Petal too. I don't think there's, again, I could try to hide information, but I don't know how relevant that is. Oh, Tamio. That's a problem. Let's name Eldrazi. Play the Eldrazi. All right. Yep. Target itself. And I'll swing for 4. You go by target creature gains haste and X plus. Okay, so there's okay. So Eldrazi Linebreaker itself has trample, but the creature would not get trample. Because I was thinking maybe I should have named Faerie with one of these two, and I could cast Faerie Macabre and then give haste. I mean, not haste. Yeah, haste and plus something. Ponderino. All right. I just need to draw again. Just need to draw creatures, right? And Tamio shouldn't flip this turn. I mean, even if it flips, it's not the worst here. I think it makes sense to do this before combat, right? Because then I can make tokens. Or is it better to target play, scry, draws card? I make tokens. I make 2 tokens. That's good. +2. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the draw. So target player, target creature. I draw another Wasteland too. That's amazing. I'm gonna leave this on top and this on top. Mostly because I don't know if they're gonna try to look at my hand first and then reanimate something. I don't know, maybe it's overkill. All right, cool. We got match 1. Don't think I played my Titus in this game, but the deck seems pretty powerful. All right, we'll see how it goes in round 2. All right, so round 2, I will be on the play. Let's see. Or I have the choice to be on the play. Oof. That's an interesting one, right? Because I could just try to gamble here and like cast a Chalice, but then not do anything for the next few turns. I don't think I'm gonna do that, especially with a Sire. Oh, this is way better here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna put back the Battlemage and just try to be more aggressive. I mean, I know I don't have red mana too, but I don't know. Maybe my opponent is playing. Ooh, we're gonna force. All right, so not even gonna resolve days. All right, we're playing against the same. It's all gonna be blue-black reanimator things this time around. Wasteland. Okay. Yeah, I guess Eldrazi Temple works. Maybe it should be Eye of Ugin because Eye of Ugin is the other one that, like, if he does get Wastelanded, I usually care less because it's a legendary land. So if we draw a second one, it's in theory a little worse. Or also in this case too. Yeah, I should have played Eye of Ugin first. All right, so that was on me here. Because this doesn't actually cast anything either. Yeah. Well, they haven't seen Wasteland from me yet, so I don't know. Maybe they'll fetch a. What's a cameo? Okay. I guess we'll Eldrazi it up and. Oh, I can't pay for it. I can't. That was. All right, so it sounds like not playing Eye of Ugin first might have cost me this game. They have 5 cards in hand. Okay, Ponder. I mean, I kind of hope that I draw. I mean, another soul line, like an Eldrazi Temple next turn would be good. Lotus Petal wouldn't be bad neither. Eldrazi Temple can just play Reality Smasher. And I think Reality Smasher plus Eldrazi Linebreaker 1 turn should do it. What do I want to do here? I'm really upset that I didn't play Eldrazi Temple first. This Eye of Ugin is cool, but it's not exactly what I need here. I can also bounce this back to their hand or play Chalice. It's like the Lightning Bolt's still pretty good against my hand. That's the problem. And I kind of want to hold up the Wastescape Battlemage for Murktide. They're gonna flip Tamio, which I don't know. I guess against Eldrazi, is that even that great? I guess it saves them life, right? If they brainstorm to another Wasteland, I could be in trouble too. It's deep in the tank. Alright, Tamio flips. Don't Wasteland me, please. That's a Wasteland. Alright. I don't know, maybe they hit my Wasteland. No, they're gonna hit Cavern of Souls. That's gotta be the right one, right? Hmm. Yeah, I have to Wasteland them, unfortunately. Yeah, I think the Tamio might just body me here, like, because if they ult and I don't have a way to cast my stuff. There's a bauble. Well, that's a good draw. I think I have to be aggressive here with the Reality Smasher because this thing's gonna flip next turn. If I mean not flip, but it's gonna become a problem next turn. Alright, and if I draw a blue source, then I could do with the Murktide that I'm assuming is gonna come down next turn. If they play, if I draw a Cavern of Souls, then I think I'm okay because I can bounce Murktide and then kill Tamio. If I don't, then I think I might just be dead. Oh, that's a blue source. I'm gonna name Eldrazi, and we're gonna do this. So blue. And I'm going to use this mana because I still want to Wasteland them. And this guy hangs around. It's not terrible neither. I'm going to Wasteland them. And I'm going to try to kill Tamio. Alright. I mean, I guess they could replay Murktide if they have another blue land. I'm just going to bolt that dude. Alright. Another Wasteland. Jesus Christ. Alright. I don't know what to go after here. Okay, then land that makes color. Can I draw a Thought-Knot Seer or just a Cavern of Souls? That's a Lotus Petal. That works too. Alright, so red and 2. That's a lot of damage. Actually 10. Alright. So if they don't have, I mean, I guess I can replay Murktide. Oh, they don't have a way. Oh my gosh. Alright, I should not. I don't think I should have won this game, but I'm happy I did. So Sire 7 deaths. I don't know if I want this card here. It's gonna be one of those leagues I'm like, oh, I really like this card, and then I never get to play the card that I wanted to play. I think I want to keep the Grim Monolith because of I don't know if they play Blood Moon. I think they do. I think I want to license hers. Devourer of Destiny seems really good too because it can just. Well, is it that good? It is a way to deal with silly things like Tameo, but it is a 7-minute spell. Maybe I can just keep one. All right, I'm gonna do it this way. The Glaring Fleshraker. I'm not sure if I want to against Delver, but I don't want to go down too low in the number of creatures I'm playing. So, all right. I do have Waste in the deck. I just realized I could play around. What should we call Blood Moon? Just turning one Tameo. No, Ponder. All right. Oof. You know, imagine the relief when you see a turning one Ponder instead of a threat. A DRC would have been more scary here. Why is this island that has a skull there? This is not a swamp. It's supposed to be an island. Blue mana does not come from the skulls. Ooh, that's interesting. I think I'm gonna bait them into try to wasteland me. I think. I mean, I really want to hold on to Cavern of Souls, but the next turn, if I don't draw one of the lands that make 2 mana, I can just play Monolith, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna play a Petal so that way I can play around days. Let's play Grim Monolith. They're gonna consign to memory this. Yay, nay. And a Force of Will. Wow. Okay. That seems very aggressive. They don't. I mean, Blood Moon doesn't really do a whole lot now, right? Because I do have Waste in play. Also, K command I just realized also sort of gets around Blood Moon. Maybe I'm just too worried about a card that doesn't really do anything against my deck, really. All right, they're gonna Wasteland. Sure. Murktide could be a problem here. It'll be a 5/5, but it's a big 5/5. Okay. All right. What do I want to draw here? Eldrazi Temple. Eye of Ugin. All right, we'll try to play the Fleshraker. If they daze it, I'm paying for it. 100%. I'm gonna Force Will. All right. That is very annoying, but I think it's fine. I'm gonna take 5. Next turn, I think I'm gonna play a Thought-Knot Seer off a Cavern of Souls. Ooh. Devourer of Destiny. Does that change things? I don't think so. Not this turn, I think. I think I need to see their hand first before I make any moves. Oh, Pierce. Oh, Pierce. Huh. Okay, so if I guess Kozilek's command for right now would be for 2. This will cost 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can cast it. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take 4. Their hand was Spell Pierce and Volcanic Island. Now down for 1. Okay. That's interesting. All right, so I'm gonna swing for 4. I'm gonna do this right now, actually. Oh, I pressed it. I was gonna do this on my turn because if I draw, that was terrible. All right, so I'm gonna do this. and this. It was terrible. If I drew a land, I could put the land in play right now, but it's a Glaring Fleshraker and a Kozilek's command. I think I'm gonna put both of them on the bottom. I need to draw a land. Alright, so that's 4, 5, 6. Oof. They're 12. If I play Linebreaker plus Thought-Knot Seer, do I win a game? Maybe? I don't know. They only have a spell Pierce. No, they had a Volcanic in hand, right? Okay. So they're 12. If I play this guy and then play another Eldrazi. This guy costs 5 to cast, right? 1, 2. I only have 3. Play Linebreaker. This guy will get plus. Is that plus X? So it's 3, right? But I have to tap 2 mana, can sack this, play this guy. I think that works out if I do this way. This one costs 3, right? But it's one of the others, so Fleshraker. Does that work? I think I'm a little short. Right, because I don't quite have enough for this one. I'm 1 short, is that correct? No. I don't know how to do math. All right, cool. Round 2. I won round 2. And oh, okay, it's because of the damage here. That's what it was. All right, sorry about that. So round 2, 2-0. Let's see how round 3 will go. Still learning how to do Fleshraker math. All right, so we're back here for round 3, and I'm gonna play again, which is great for the type of deck I'm playing. And of course, it's a Chalice. We're gonna keep this one. I don't think you have to go any further on explaining why I want to be. I'm okay with his hand. Unless we're just playing as another Stompy deck, then this hand is not as great, I guess. I mean, it's still okay. We still have Wastelands and Glaring Fleshraker and K Command. I think those are all good cards, especially those two, right? They're best buddies. People call BFFs. I don't know if that's a term that people still know what it means. Oh, so we're playing as another Stompy deck. Okay. So a Blood Moon would be annoying. Blood Moon actually would be okay. Magus would be a little annoying because now they actually have a creature that's also attacking me. So I think I'm gonna play the Wasteland, and I'm gonna try to hold. Well, I guess a courtyard could be a lane I could play. I'm trying not to play lands that actually do something when it comes into play because Bombardier, that's gonna be a problem. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take 4. See, like I was saying, if it was a Blood Moon, that'd be kind of okay because they can. It's just a Blood Moon's not attacking me, but a creature that attacks, then that's a little different. And I don't have a way to kill any of them unless I draw a second Secluded. All right, I'm gonna play the Fleshraker. They can kill with Chromox, whatever, but not much I can do here. Right, so that's actually another deck that you guys can probably expect me to record a video soonish. I did put the cards for Mono Red and Eldrazi in my TCG cart, and well, some of them I picked up from my local LGS because I always try to buy from my LGS before I buy online, but couldn't find all the cards on locally, so I put some of those cards on my cart because I do think this deck is also very good for me to play like in a longer event, but I just don't think that Mono Red is one of those decks I'm gonna have fun playing for 9 rounds, but it's like I think I heard I forgot the name of the player that said, might have been Richey, that say you don't get more prizes for playing a more difficult deck. Sometimes people say that Stompy decks are quote unquote easy to play, but again, if you win at the end, then maybe that's all you want. I think if they play the One Ring here, I think we're done, right? Paraguay. I might be done with that too because next turn, I think they got it. They can. Actually, hold on, 6. I guess if I draw, no, I think I had to draw another Waste or Grim Monolith, right? Because then I could maybe kill this guy and put blockers in front of it, but we didn't draw those. It doesn't matter. All right, so I think what I want here is a Grim Monolith. I think I want Sire in this case actually, and I can probably bring Dismembers. I think. Null Rod is it's interesting, but I don't think I want it. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to think about this one because all right. So Chalice of the Void can definitely come out. There's 4 cards. Wastescape Battlemage has lots of applications here, right? Because we can kill things from Urza Saga to put creatures back in their hand. I almost feel like Glaring Fleshraker maybe is not as great. Well, is it? Hold on a second. Whenever another creature it deals damage, so it doesn't get around the One Ring. I definitely want Dismembers. Devourer of Destiny seems interesting, but it's harder to cast than Sire 7 Deaths. Let me. Again, I really want to try to cast a Sire in this league. So, what's a card that I. Maybe I don't need all 4 monoliths. Try 3. Those Exiles, right? Okay, so actually, okay, I still have an answer to One Ring. I just remember that. I forgot this card Exiles the artifact. Of course, Null Rod stops it from tapping, but maybe that's what I gotta do. Okay, I like this hand. So I guess the question is, do I want to cast Linebreaker first? I think I should just try to, again, if I can be as aggressive as possible, I think that's what I should try to do. All right, so this. And just kind of believe that the deck's gonna draw the rest of the things. I mean, they are playing a deck also is playing Ancient Tombs and stuff, right? So attacking early matters. And I just kind of hope that I draw another Lotus Petal, really. Because if I can play Glaring Fleshraker in, put a colorless spell in play, then I could swing for... it would be 3 Eldrazi in play, so Glaring Fleshraker could get +3. If I don't draw colorless 0-drop, which would have to be a Lotus Petal, I guess I have to just cast Glaring Fleshraker. Like in this case now, I actually be okay with them just playing Mags of the Moon. Oh, Chromox, Magus, Blood Moon. Oh, okay. That one. Fabled Mirror Breaker. Another Eldrazi Linebreaker. But I don't have a red source. All right, so they go to... I mean, there are 7. If they go to 5, it kind of becomes the magic number for a Reality Smasher to come down and try to win. Seeing this Chromox like on turn 1 in both games so far, like almost makes me want to like bring in Null Rod, like just for that reason. Oh, Bombardier. Okay. Do they have Fury? If they have Fury, that would be very, very good. They definitely have a Fury, right? I just have to hope to draw a red source next turn and try to Eldrazi Linebreaker, put them at 1. Yeah, because that doesn't kill both, right? I mean, the Fury itself doesn't. So I had to put 2 and 2, and then I guess fling one of them. Yeah. All right. Oh, that's pretty good. Just name Eldrazi. Oops. I'll do it this way. I'll put them at 1. It's gonna kill this guy now. Maybe it makes sense to kill the shaman, but Isn't it can't tap Ancient Tomb? I'm not sure. I think Bombardier makes sense. Yeah. I'm gonna attack for put me at 10. Like, I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna play another creature, right? Oh, Fury. Okay. All right. Hmm. If I draw another one of these guys, I win a game. Or Wastescape would be sweet too, right? Because this is an enchantment. I think I'm gonna try to let them try to do this. All right, so now exile type creature, and then scry and draw. Target player, target creature. I don't think I need more mana. I can bottom this one and put this on top. This thing is to an enchantment, right? Yeah. All right. If they don't have any creatures, maybe I can win. All right, let's name Eldrazi again. Oh, and I can exile too, both things, right? Or I can put a creature back in their hand, but then I don't want to do that. Unless I was going to be able to cast Thought-Knot Seer in the same turn, so no. All right, so green. All right, so they only have 3 mana sources. Maybe it was correct then. If I put it back in their hand, they can't. Well, but then if they draw a mountain, I feel terrible, right? Because. Okay. No, the question is Null Rod worth me bringing in? Maybe better than Sire 7 Deaths? I don't know. Sire seems like a. Or maybe Devourer of Destiny is a good one too, because it deals with pretty much anything that they can throw at me. I mean, all these cards seem very good. Except for Fleshraker. Fleshraker, the one that seems the weakest here. Let's see, if I was gonna cut Fleshraker, I could bring the Monoliths and 2 Devourers of Destiny. Seems crazy to cut Fleshraker though. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. And I'm just. I kind of want to have no Rods, but then Monolith seems terrible. Alright, I'll keep one, I guess. I don't think I have any other. A Ghost Quarter can deal with Saga. I mean, no Rod, no way kind of made sense because their whole board was like artifacts, right? It was all treasures and Chromox. But it feels like it would be really bad for me if I had 4 Lotus Petals and 4 Monoliths. Alright, I'm just gonna keep like this. Okay. I guess a more rewarding plays Temple. If I draw Petal, then I can play Eye of Ugin and cast one of these guys. If it's just a Blood Moon, yeah, that's fine. We can play Monolith this time. Okay. And I have enough mana to actually untap it too, so... Huh. It's going to be an interesting game, I think. Alright, so Chromox. If it's just... a Bombardier... It's possible the next turn I just want to tap, kill it, and make tokens. Alright, well, maybe that's what I'm going to do. Especially if they fling this at me, then they're only going to go down to 2 lands. No, they're not going to do anything. The Secluded Courtyard. I can play a Petal, and I can just go all in on that. On that Kozilek's command, I guess. I have to do it before they declare attackers, right? Alright, so alright, so I'm gonna make tokens and exile entire creature. And it's cool because if they, let's say if they want a Fury here, I can use the mana from this to untap Monolith, and we're basically in the same spot. Alright, that's that thing. What can I cast next turn? Maybe use the Petal wasn't that great because then I can get the Wastescape guy, whatever his name is, the creature. They're gonna Fury. It's the same thing. I mean, I guess it's not because then Linebreaker is a little worse, but all right. So I'm gonna hold on a sec. Which ones are those? The 4 to the side here. And I'm gonna untap this. I'll tell you though, I'm a lot less scared of this than if they played just played a Fury and stayed in play with Fable also in play. We drew a waste too. Alright, so I'm gonna cast Reality Smasher plus Linebreaker. Alright, so this, And a lot of damage, I think. Alright, so it's 10 damage. The next turn I get to play another Reality Smasher. The people just forgot how good Reality Smasher is. It's a 5/5 with trample, and you have to discard a card to be able to kill it. I just don't play the One Ring opponent. That's all I'm asking. It doesn't seem like it's the One Ring. Shadow Spear. I don't think that's gonna save them. Okay, so they go to, yeah. Well, they don't know about the second Reality Smasher. So yeah, they go to 13. Sweet. All right. So currently 3-0. Let's see if we can keep the W's coming. All right. So round 3. I'm sorry, round 4. It looks like we want to play again. That's pretty good that I'm going to play the last 2 rounds at least. And I have a Chalice of the Void too. I mean, less game didn't matter, right? Because I was going to play had Chalice, but they were playing a Stompy deck. So, but we might be able to see a Sire 7 Deaths make an appearance for the first time in this league. So I'm kind of excited for that if it works out. If my opponent counters this, discards my Sire, and then reanimates it, I'm going to be pretty sad. Right, so I'm just going to play, maybe, should I play the Lotus Petal? Yeah, sure, whatever. Maybe this is a deck that I want to Chalice on 2 next turn. Maybe they're going to grief reanimate me. Just kidding. That shit's all banned now. Thought-Knot Seer. I'm going to name Eldrazi. And I think the Sire plan is going to have to take the back seat, I guess. I'm going to definitely Thought-Knot Seer them first. Oh, it's this deck. All right, so, I don't have to worry about these 2 things. I guess we're going to take a Johnny. And I'll pass. All right, so Johnny gets, it's gone. Okay, I have no idea what they do, what they bring against me in game 2 and 3. But to answer my own question, this probably is one of those decks that I want to Chalice on 2 if I have Cavern of Souls in play, I think. Well, actually, I don't think I have anything that costs 2 mana in the main deck except for oh, they can't counter. It's gonna get countered. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cast this one too. Well, not anymore. Let me just cast this Grim Monolith here, and that just answers my own question. I'll swing for 4. I think those are the cards that they revealed, right? And Raptor. Okay. I do have to pay life for it. And black, I guess. There's a Wasteland them. I don't think it matters too much, but I'm not gonna attack with Thought-Knot Seer. I don't think so. Does have lifelink too? Holy shit. Yeah. Sire 7 deaths. This one's a tough one all again. Because this one I want chalices. And maybe I don't want monoliths and the bigger creatures. But at the same time, I don't know, can they deal with this card? I think Fleshraker is another one that's not great here. I wonder if I can just... Okay, so if I play minus Fleshraker, bring Dismembers, and Devourer of Destiny. So if I do this, something like this. Is that too much? It doesn't feel correct to like side out Fleshraker, but maybe Battlescape is not great in this matchup, actually, when I'm thinking about it, because I don't know if I ever want to... You know what, maybe that's what I should do. I really want this card to like hit the board again. But maybe if I'm going to play Sire, I should have more Grim Monoliths in the deck. I'm sure it's going to work out. Will be grand. Ooh, this is terrible. Is it the same artist? Not even the same person. I don't know why. It kind of looks similar. Huh. I think I can keep this one. Maybe against my better judgment, but... It is a little painful because Ancient Tomb's gonna have to... I'm gonna have to tap Ancient Tomb every turn. But... They mulligan too. Okay. That guy. If I draw like a land that doesn't punish me, I think I'm just gonna... It's a lot of damage, but I think I have to do this. I can just play Monolith and pass. This is a tough one though. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass. I think I'm just gonna dismember that. It's a little painful, but I don't think their deck plays lightning bolt, so I'm not super worried about that. It's like the reach usually that kills me. If they play like, for instance, Amped Raptor, okay, what are they gonna reveal? Thoughtseize. All right, so let's kill this thing. All right. That kind of blows that they drew a Thoughtseize, but I mean, I guess my hand is pretty good. If they take Fleshraker, they didn't take Fleshraker. Okay, all right, so now I have a plan. I think the plan is to cast Grim Monolith. Okay, so it's Grim Monolith. We have 4 cards in hand. I'm just gonna play the Fleshraker. If they got it, they got it. If they don't, then I can just try to Kozilek's command and kill that thing. Another Amped Raptor. A Johnny. Okay. That sounds alright. Plow that guy. Yeah, okay. I take 2. Oh, they didn't attack. Seems like they forgot. Gotta be in. I could kill a Johnny and make some tokens, I guess, and then cast Thought-Knot Seer. Make tokens, exile target creature. Need this. I think that might be my best bet. Okay, then obviously it would have been a lot better if Fleshraker was in play, but exercise target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. I think I have to take this thing out of their hand then. They can have a Johnny next turn. I just want to draw K commands now for forever. Okay, Johnny Nakado Pariah. They can attack with a Cat Warrior, right? I am not gonna take the damage. I mean, I'm gonna take the damage. I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. Oh, they didn't Wasteland me? Alright. I'm just gonna name Eldrazi. Am I just dead on board? I think I might just be dead on board, right? Another Johnny. Does that count when this one dies? It does. Alright, then I think they got it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Don't want to change anything. Yeah, the Wastescape Battlemage, there was no real target, I'm thinking, right? I mean, I could bounce a creature, but I don't know if that's super relevant. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ship it back like this. I just hope to have a Chalice on 1 on turn 1. Yeah, this is good. I have 2 of them, so I can. You know what? I almost think that if I Chalice on 1 and Chalice on 2, I don't think they have an answer to anything. You know what? I'm gonna try to do that. I know my Monolith is gonna get stuck in my hand, but I believe that's the correct thing to do. Or I could just play the Monolith. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Let's just be smart about it, right? It is the more, what's the word? Cautious way to play this game, but I think might be correct. I'm just gonna name Eldrazi and I'm gonna go for 2. Because their answer was like a card that costs 2 mana, right? And all their good creatures cost 2 mana, so I don't know. Oh, I think they wanted to do that at the end of my turn, but Wasteland. Okay. Oh, they went after that thing. Alright. I'm just hoping I don't have any way to cast anything. If I draw Wasteland too. I'm gonna cast Thought-Knot Seer first. Should I? Okay, they don't have any answers to anything. Okay. There was no Wastelands neither, right? Okay. Alright, so if I draw a Wasteland next turn, then it's a lot of damage. Cool. Alright, so 4-0 currently. And I think, yeah, I think it was correct to like Chalice 1 and Chalice 2, because unless they're playing Meltdown, I think they wouldn't be able to cast anything in their deck without being countered by Chalice. Alright, hopefully we can get a 5-0. So let's see how round 5 goes. Alright, 5th and final round of this league. And I'll be on to play again. And there's a Chalice. And there's a Ancient Tomb. Okay, I'm gonna keep. Not really sure what my opponent plays. I've definitely played against the opponent before, I just don't remember. But we're gonna keep this one. This will be an Ancient Tomb and a Chalice. So seems like they don't care about the Chalice, so that's worrisome. What are we gonna see here? Okay, because they're playing a Stompy deck. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. I believe the play here is to just do this. And no, I think I'm gonna Thought-Knot Seer first. I think I kind of want to clear the way first before exposing my Fleshraker to. That's makes things a little more complicated, but yeah, I'll just take Fury. I think it, yeah, I gotta take Fury, right? Because Fury just straight up just kills my Thought-Knot Seer. Traders. Karn the Great Creator. Interesting choice. I for sure thought they're gonna play this the other guy, but name Eldrazi. And I guess I'm gonna attack Karn, I guess. Maybe that's why they did it, because they knew I was gonna do something like that. Let's please see the traders, right? Is that the same one? Yeah, it's gotta be the same one. Alright. Alright, so here comes the Bombardiers. Alright, okay, Bombardier. Yeah, they can attack and then probably fling that at this thing. Okay. Karn can go up, I guess. Can kill my Chalice, I guess. I don't know if it matters, but oh no, they're gonna grab something. What are they grabbing? What are they grabbing? So Ensnaring Bridge is a card that used to be a problem for Eldrazi because you didn't really have a way to remove it. Liquid Meta Coating. Okay. Maybe they have another card in hand. Because they have 4 cards in hand. I know 2 of them. I know of 2 of them. Alright, I'm gonna swing for 4. And I guess I'll play another Fleshraker. Can I please just draw a land? I mean, I think I sequenced this correctly by casting the way I did it, but yeah, you get liquid metal coating. They're gonna attack. Probably fling this at this. I can't block, right? It's got menace. What did they turn into an artifact? I didn't see it. Oh. Oh, they turned this into an artifact? Okay, I see now. Alright, if they fling this, it's 4 damage, so that's 6. I die. No, I can't cast this thing then. This is so awkward. I'm gonna lose to Broadside Bombardier. Alright, so take 2 more. And I've got a Fury too. Now I'm just dead because I think the Fury. Yeah. Alright, so I think we can do something similar to the other game. We can cut the Chalices. And bring Dismembers. Oops. What happened? Oh, Dismember here. And again, I don't think Glaring Fleshraker is what I want to be at this in this matchup. I can bring 1, I guess, like I did last game, but if that had been a different creature, I think I would have been better off. All right. I'm gonna keep this one. It gets around. It plays around Blood Moon. I've got to remove a spell, and just drawing Fleshraker is not terrible, especially with the extra mana that I have. All right. Something the Mirror Breaker. All right. So Eldrazi. So what do I want to do here? This thing costs 1 green to destroy something, right? So I can do. I can play this guy. We can kick it. All right, this can kill this. That triggers this. And then I'm going to kill this right now. All right. I mean, it's still pretty vulnerable to a Fury, but I think that was probably one of my better options there. All right, so red. Guess this thing. Trigger. Da-da-da. All right, go to attack. Dagger this thing. And yeah, I'll swing. I don't know if it made sense to swing with the Fleshraker. Maybe did. I'm not sure. Probably Fleshraker. If it stays in play and I draw a K command, then it just wins the game. But especially since they don't really play instants in their deck, so I can just always wait for them to move and then cast K command. But that's neither here or there now. The way my board is, I can always untap Grim Monolith and maybe cast a Sire the 7 deaths. I mean, another Eldrazi Linebreaker also probably would do it. Wastescape. I think pretty much anything I draw except for more monoliths or lands, I guess. One is deep in the tank. I mean, they're at 3 life. If they tap Ancient Tomb, they go to 1. So, I'm assuming their hand has got at least 1 Faerie. Okay, here's a Chromox. Do they have like 4 different types? No, it's just 1. But they're not matching. Okay, 5 mana. Oh, that thing. Kills the Filer. Oh, that's really hard for me to beat, actually. Okay, so I need to draw a Haster. That does not have haste. Alright, so let's guess this thing. Did they just stabilize? I think they did. So the funny thing is, if I had kept my my Fleshraker, I would have won casting this thing. Not great. I guess I'll not even Wasteland them. Doesn't matter. Alright, looks like I might be dead here. Made a few punts in this league. This one definitely probably cost me the match. Kelsey File is a card I did not expect from this deck, but because I don't know if it can reliably make black mana, right? I made the list a little different. Oh, they're not gonna. Interesting. So they're just gonna make a copy and kill me. I'm gonna untap this. All right. Yeah, now they can make 3 copies and kill me. Well, not 3 copies, 1 copy, and then the other copy would be on their turn. And then just playing very carefully around K command. Is it Lelia too? Yeah, it's a lot of damage. All right, yeah. Hopefully the opponent, they like 25 damage there. Yeah, 4-1 with this deck. I pretty happy with the result. I think the league was pretty it's pretty diverse, right? We play against Blue Black Reanimator, sort of, right? They had Dreadnought play against the Blue Red. I'm assuming it was Corey Steel Cutter, is my assumption, because I saw Murktide and Bolt and Holy Heat. Also the energy deck. Twice against Mono Red, which again, if you heard me talking, I think it was in round 3, right? It's one of the decks that it is in my radar to test for Eternal Weekend. So might be the next video. I think it'll be the next one. I'm gonna try some versions of Mono Red. I don't know if I'm gonna have Chaos Defiler. Maybe I'll have that in my list. I put some of those cards in my cart, and I plan on having them with me in Pittsburgh just in case. Right now the current plan is Mystic Forge, but hold on, I don't want to make this video too much into like Eternal Weekend preparation, but so looking back, what I think about this list, I think the list looks good, played really well. Sire of 7 Deaths, I think the card is good. Not having haste, I know it sounds crazy because the creature already has like what, I can look at it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 abilities. Well, I don't even know why I did it. Everything's a 7 on this card. 7 casting cost, 7 abilities. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm sure if I count, is there 7 arms in there too? I'm not sure. But creatures seem really good. And I think I still want to keep it in the deck. I don't know if I want to. Maybe it's just too greedy. Maybe I should just cut one of the Sire 7 Deaths and put another Reality Smasher in the main deck. Reality Smasher was definitely very good every time I drew it. Eldrazi Linebreaker, that card is amazing for this deck. And all the art for the Eldrazi are just super cool. Devourer of Destiny seemed to be, I mean, I think I only saw it one time, right? So it's kind of hard for me to say anything with such a small sample size. You definitely need waste in this deck. Secluded Courtyard, anything that made colored mana actually was amazing. So Lotus Petal, Secluded Courtyard, and the Cavern of Souls. I didn't play against any Mystic Forge decks, so I don't know about the Null Rods and really the Null Rod. The Ghost Quarter is the other card that, like, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have to talk to someone that plays Eldrazi more than I do. I believe it is more for a deck like Mystic Forge. Maybe the deck is a problem for this deck. And being able to break up like an Urza land type of deal, like the Nexus plus Tower, or kill like Urza Saga. I mean, because you already had the 4 Wastelands in the main deck, so like having a 5th one, I guess, makes sense. I'm pretty sure that's what it's for. So maybe that's why I don't think it was great in this league, because I didn't play against any of those decks. License Hearse, very solid card. Like, no, it's pretty good against. I think it's good pretty much against any Temple deck, right? Because they all somehow interact with their graveyards, and also is very good against any graveyard based deck. But yeah, I think the deck is really good. Definitely made a few mistakes. Round 1, full disclosure, I think I was a little off right there. I don't know if the coffee hadn't kicked in or what it was, but I don't think I played the first round very well, but it was okay. And I think against the last round against the mono red opponent too, I think I could have sequenced it a little bit better. But again, there's also, I think, 3 rounds that I was on the play with Chalice of the Void in my hand. Just things to take in consideration, I guess, when playing this deck. But yeah, I think, again, I think Reality Smasher is one of those creatures, and Thought-Knot Seer, both of those creatures are 2 creatures that maybe we forgot how good they are. I think, just a bunch of new cards being printed constantly, that some of those older powerful cards we forget about them. Fleshraker seemed a little worse in this deck than Mystic Forge. I'm used to having this card kind of become like a storm type of deal, right? Just like play one spell after the other, then use the tokens to cast the other spells. And in this deck, it seems like just like another form of reach, right? Or if you have Kozilek's Command, then of course, then we know how that goes. That's great. But you don't have that, like, Fleshraker, Mystic Forge, play 0 drops off the top of your deck, and etc. Again, if I was gonna play this deck tomorrow, I probably would begrudgingly cut the Sire of 7 Deaths from the main deck and just add another Reality Smasher. The 2 on the sideboard seems okay in my opinion. Maybe cut the Ghost Quarter and put the 3rd Sire and 7 Deaths on the sideboard. I think this card is amazing. And if you it's not hard to cast with this deck. And if it does hit the board, then you should be able to win the next turn. Lifelink, reach, everything. Jesus Christ. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. Again, if you like Legacy, if you like Pre-Modern, if you like the content that I post, please hit the follow button, hit the like button, leave your comments below. If you have any comments on deck choices, lines that I took, and etc. I definitely read all the comments that you guys leave. I love reading them, and I try to reply to them as usually if I can read them and put some thought behind it, I try to reply them as quick as I can. And again, I also started posting all my decks in Moxfield. And I didn't know it was a thing you can follow someone there. So give me a follow there. Blue Sky. I post every time I post a new video, I post it on Blue Sky. So just all the links are below. I also don't forget to check out the podcast that I record with Mike, aka Eureka, and Jared, aka Geodude Jared. We record a legacy podcast weekly. So check out. It's called Legacy Small Talk. Also linked below the video. And with that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.